Part of the required training that we do annually includes pole top and bucket rescue. Pole top rescue is something that we hope that we never have to use, but we definitely want to try to create scenarios that allow us to practice in those methods in order to be able to get a guy to the ground and get him help as quickly as possible. Recently, we had a situation at a cooperative where Thad France, one of our safety instructors, was present. He was doing this pole top rescue simulation with the group, and it turned into a real life situation. Because of the training that we do, they were able to spring into action and rescue the person off of the pole, getting them to the ground and getting help to them in a very timely manner, which is truly what we want to do, is to shave those minutes and seconds off of the rescue time so that we make sure that the person has the best chance possible.
Well, it was a normal day, just like any other day, beautiful day, good day for pole top. Kevin asked to use my belt.
We had probably gone through, 7 or 8 guys, and Kevin went up and actually did well, got the dummy down.
I was the guy in the bucket, usually, because maybe I'm old, but he went up and did an excellent job. I moved back, he helped me hang the dummy, and I was moving back to get out for the next guy, and somebody yelled, "Hey," and I looked down and Kevin was leaning back.
His legs were kicked out of the pole and his arms were dangling, and he was just bent over backwards, and he was unresponsive.
And at first, everyone's instincts, like, because we always like to goof off, but then we realized it's Kevin, and Kevin's not gonna really take the time to goof off like that.
I went over to the pole and we started yelling his name, and I noticed Kevin, he was like making a gargling sound. And at first I kind of thought, maybe he's choking on something. But then when I seen the color of him, I knew something was pretty bad.
And there was just a second or two there of almost disbelief of what was happening, and then instantly all the guys around jumped in.
I mean, I knew what I had to do, and I got to him. Usually that rope will go all the way back up to the block. If that would have happened, I had to go up there and get it. I mean, there's no way to, but it was like right there. And I got in position and wrapped the rope around him, and those guys pulled.
Of course, we had Nick Dunaway climb the pole up to help, and I went over and helped bring him down on the hand line.
It was a scary deal. When you first went to lift him up, I could hear the last breaths coming out of that was still in him, come out, and it was a little frightening at first. Thought we were injuring him worse.
I called 911 and ran out to the road and waited on the ambulance.
Myself and another guy, Brad Wright, had started looking on one of the other trucks, or the truck that was there for an AED. That truck didn't have one on it at the time. So myself, I run in the building and got the closest AED we had, and run out there, and they were already administering CPR at that point in time.
Some little details that just kind of stick with me, and one was seeing Jake run across the parking lot. And God love Jake, he's not the most coordinated fellow in the world. And all in my mind, I'm thinking, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, because he's a tall, lanky guy. But he got it over to us, and of course, Jerry was still doing compressions.
Once AD took over, basically the AD tells you what to do. I mean, it even gives you a rhythm.
Jerry said that after that shock, when he started back in on CPR, he could feel it was different. Kevin was trying to fight him a little bit. So we felt a little better. It seemed like when the EMTs got there, it took forever for him to even get out of the out of the van. But when they got out, I told them we had delivered one shock. They had actually taken our machine off, put theirs on, and when he said his heart was stable, it was like, I've never felt relief like that before. It was just the most unusual feeling I've ever felt.
I mean, we had 8 to 10 guys that were ready to go for pole top rescue, and are all trained and trained and trained.
Everybody worked together like clockwork.
I can't imagine for this to happen with just 2 guys out there. I mean, one guy trying to do everything that our whole group did in a timely manner.
Thad did great, hollering out, stuff that needed to be done, although people were already on it. We were just going through step by step. Couldn't have worked out any better, I don't think.
it was almost like muscle memory. Everybody knew exactly what to do.
Instincts kicked in and everyone did their job, got him off the pole and got him down and saved his life.
It was a terrible situation, but it couldn't have happened in a better place. All the guys were around and trained. It was just a reaction. Everybody jumped in and grabbed a job and worked together, and it was pretty impressive to see.
It's one of those deals where, yeah, the training is a pain and no one likes to do it. You kind of feel silly doing it, but whenever the time actually comes, you don't have to think about it. It instantly just kicks in, and there are no, you don't even think about, well, can I do it or can I not? You just jump in and you do it.
It's an amazing feeling to know we did what we did and he's still here with us.
All of us guys have talked about it. We don't look at it like, you know, somebody had said hero. We don't look at it that way. What we look at is we did our job. And it's nice to know that you worked with a bunch of guys that when it come down to it, got the job done. Everybody worked together. Everybody, you know, picked a job and everybody just got it done. And the outcome was, as you allowed this guy to be able to see his wife, be able to see his kids. And it just puts things into perspective a little bit.
I'm glad we have such a good group. They're my brothers. And as the saying goes, I'm my brother's keeper, and they performed that task perfect. The guys are there.